talk some product, talk some services, maybe get some good food from us too.
Yeah.
I had a couple bites.
What'd you eat?
Delicious. I had chicken fingers.
Dang, that's good, right?
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah. And Mo, did you walk around a little bit?
I didn't get to yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
All right. We don't bite. It's all good. And you got good food and just great people. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to hear a little bit about your businesses, what you do, how you do it, why you do it, and what it means to a community. Who wants to start? Self-introductions.
I could start. So I represent a company called AE Global. We're based in Miami. We are a master distributor and manufacturer of packaging materials, boxes, bags, all types of bubble wraps, anything anything that's made needs to be packaged to ship. So we sell all types of shipping supplies, labels. We manufacture many, many types of items here in Miami. We help specifically small businesses. Most of our customers are small businesses, and we try to help them get the service and quality and products that they need in appropriate time so their production doesn't get shut down. Because a lot of times people are making stuff and they run out of packaging, and then they got to shut their production down because they got to now source packaging. So we have about 250,000 square feet here in Miami. We do same day and next day delivery. It's a complete success on our end. So we just wanted to share the good things that we have going on with the community and tell them, make sure that they know that we're here and could help small businesses succeed further.
Josh, do you like Miami?
I love Miami.
I can tell by your hat.
I've been here 20 plus years. I was not born and raised here, but
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New York City.
Where? Well, like every other person.
I grew up in Queens.
Me too. Where?
In Hollis.
Oh, Hollis.
And Flushing.
I grew up in Rico Park, right down the street from you.
Street, yeah.
So what is that like for companies to come to you? What are the biggest challenges that they have?
Well, the first challenge is that they either are making a product or have a product and they need to ship it. So we got to figure out the correct type of packaging. So we got to figure out what size and what weight and how they're shipping it. Are they shipping individual packages? Or are they shipping it on pallets inside trucks? A lot of our customers actually bake and do food and ice cream, so we have to deal with freezers and refrigeration. We deal a lot with the produce guys that are in Homestead and all over the state that are growing. A lot of the growers, so we stock all of the boxes that they need. So all of a sudden, a crop is ready to be picked, and they need to put the product in boxes. So we have them on our floor for next day delivery at reasonable prices.
Do you have a standalone store, or is it?
We have a big location. It's about 250,000 square feet up by the Golden Glades.
And do people come to you, or do you go to them?
We have multiple trucks that deliver every day.
So it can be a small, medium, or large package, extra large?
Yes.
And if they need to be there next day delivery?
Yes.
You can get the job done.
Yes.
How many employees do you have?
We have a bit over 200.
200 employees.
Yeah.
And how long ago did you say you started this?
So I didn't start the company. I'm representing the company. It was a smaller company that was bought, and then over the past, say, 10 years, it's grown into this. I've been in the industry more than 25 years. Actually, they were a customer of ours at one point. The company that I worked with for the 25 years, they were sold a bunch of years ago, and since then I've moved on to this company, bigger and better.
How has the industry changed from when you began? Oh, he just did a heavy sigh. That means there were some changes.
It's a big change. So when I first started, there were about 100, maybe 150 packaging companies that just bought and resold. A lot of distributors. Since then, they've been consolidated. Hence, the company that I worked for, we had over 150 employees. We were bought out by a company that had a few thousand employees with multiple locations throughout the country. So in the packaging business, it's very concentrated to the area where the packaging is needed, because boxes and peanuts and bubble wrap, they don't weigh a lot. And to transfer truckloads of it up and down the state gets expensive. So to make it here in Miami, it's needed. So a lot of the companies have consolidated, and now there's only a handful of companies to choose from if you need packaging. So the prices are more competitive. You're not getting as good of a price because there's less competition.
Tell me the website and the name of the company.
So
and
it's
the phone number.
aeglobal.com.
aeglobal.com.
aeglobal.com. And the phone number is 305-525-6680. The office number is 305-500-9824.
And what kind of companies are you looking to interact with?
Anyone that
network with?
transfers any sort of merchandise in or out of a warehouse, anyone that is manufacturing something, anyone that's making any sort of food, anyone that's growing anything, anything that's basically sold in a supermarket and a store was in packaging at some point.
So it goes not only Florida, you can go across the
Yes,
country.
correct.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Anything else you want us to know about the business?
That we have a full design department, so if you have product that you need to ship, you can bring us the product and we build the packaging around it.
Oh, that's great for
And it's
upcoming special
Yeah,
occasions.
exactly, and it's no charge to the customer.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Give me the phone number again or email.
It's 305-525-6680, and the email is jzadan@aeglobal.com. JZADAN, the @ AEGLOBAL.com
And the website.
is aeglobal.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having
I
me.
hope you have a great, successful
this-
meeting of
This
many
is
people. Good food.
an amazing event. I hope to come to more of these.
Well, you're always welcome. The door's here. And thank you for stopping in, talking to me for a couple of minutes. Mo!
Yeah.
Mo, tell me about you, Mo.
Yeah, so my name is Emil, Mohammed Emil. I own Emil Project Co. We're a full-service turnkey solution with owners' representatives and construction management personnel. So if you have a capital improvement project, you want to improve your real estate, you need an architect, engineer.
Hello, it's my kids.
We all have them.
We were just joking about how I was a media trained. No, but let's say you got a real estate portfolio, right? And you need to do a tenant fit out, right? A TI improvement, or you have a infrastructure, a capital improvement infrastructure project in your portfolio, and your property manager, property managers don't really have that in their wheelhouse of project management staff. And so the management of an architect, of an engineer, of soliciting a general contractor, of managing said general contractor can be a bit overwhelming for a property management firm or a property manager. So what they need is an owner's representative to really corral that together and bring that project to life. And so that's what I do.
What is the biggest challenge that you have with your organization?
The construction industry is inherently challenging because of the volume of money that you're dealing with and the emotion that's attached behind it, right?
Those are very key things that you just said. Maybe you can repeat that.
The construction industry
it's a lot.
is and it's inherently emotional because of the volume, right? So think about whether you're dealing with residential. I specialize in the commercial construction industry, but even if you're dealing with on the residential side, it's even more emotional because you're dealing with people's homes, their entire life savings is going to go into this project, and if it's not that, you're dealing with the capital and improvement that might be tied to, a portfolio of real estate that is tied to an investment, so it's inherently very an emotional thing, and contractors want to be able to get in and get out, right? General contractors need to get paid on time. Subcontractors need to get paid on time. Architects and engineers need to issue responses to questions on time. And owners need to be assured that their project is going to be delivered on time and that their investment is going to be protected, right? And so what happens is you get owners of property and you get property managers that don't really have that skill set. And so that's where an owner's representative comes in and says, I'll manage that for you. I'll take that headache off for you and manage your general contractor and make sure that everybody's on the same page, the architect, the engineer, and that we're all on the same page. And, given today's logistics with everything that we got going on in the world and with the data center boom that's going on right now, getting transformers and getting, heavy mechanical equipment that is the guts of a building, getting that material it's very, very challenging because every data center is taking every transformer, and the resources are limited, the personnel are limited. They're all being shoved to these data centers, and everywhere is booming. Look at the Miami skyline.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I'm a New Yorker too. I'm from Yonkers though. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, lost in Yonkers. Yeah.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about what you do when you're brought into a project and how you mitigate some of this noise.
That's great. So it depends on when I'm brought in. So if I'm brought in mid-project, it's a very different animal than being brought in the beginning of a project. The beginning of the project, you can kind of set the tone and make sure that things are kind of on the up and up. But if you're brought in either to replace an owner's representative or to come in when there wasn't one before, and now you're just kind of bringing the whole thing together, there can be a lot of different things that have gone wrong that you need to now clean up. And one of the things that I always maintain, and this goes back to my training at
Yonkers.
Yeah,
In Yonkers.
New York City construction, Tishman construction, right? Goes back to the maintaining positive control over the contract. Making sure and seeing, all right, where are we currently on the project? How much have we paid out? All right, where does that in relation to our schedule? And then bringing everything together. So first thing I looked at is the financial health of a project. You got to understand where the money is, and then backtrack from there, and then you figure out, all right, well, what's going on personnel-wise, what's going on logistics-wise, what's going on with material, what's going on, with the safety. That's the number one thing, making sure that everybody goes home. But there's a lot that goes into the management of a project and a lot that's at stake. And at Emil Project Co., I like to be assuring of my clients that we're going to protect their investment.
It's wonderful. Like you said, it's a big deal. Money and home is two emotional components here. For those that are watching right now, Mo, who is your ideal customer that you'd like to touch tonight?
Property managers. Property managers are the big ones. LCAMs, right? The HOA association managers. I'll give you a really interesting one. I was talking with a gentleman about a couple days ago about the 40-year certifications. I'm not sure if you know about it.
I do, because right after Surfside happened, I had attorneys in here, and my jaw dropped to the floor about those recertifications. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
For the audience that doesn't know that you can do 40-year certifications in 50 years.
Yeah, so
it's piece by piece.
So there's a 40-year certification, but really there's the upkeep and maintenance of your building. And it sounds kind of corny, but let's really think about it, right? Like if you have your homeowner, and your biggest investment that you have is probably going to be your home. It's the most money you're going to spend in your life is going to be the home that you own, right? And so protecting that investment is very much so key. And if it is contingent upon the other investors in your building, you'd want to be all on the same page about making sure that investment is being protected. What happens a lot in the case of Surfside is a deferment of the maintenance over time, which is very unfortunate. But the deferment of the maintenance over time can end up causing a really, really large need for a capital improvement that's too overwhelming for the homeowners, and not just the homeowner board, but for the homeowners to swallow. And so what happens in these, you end up having major capital improvements on a property where the buyers that bought that building bought it, 20, 30 years ago, and maybe they spent $100,000 on it. And they're not sitting on $50,000 pot of money for a $50,000 assessment. And that's what happens. You got property owners that are voting, okay, well, let's do what we can with the money we have for our association, and a deferment of maintenance, and that deferment of maintenance causes a very, very large bill of capital improvement needs on that property.
And those assessments outweigh what the cost of the property
Those
is
assessments
worth.
they're through the roof. And so what happens? everybody folds, and then you end up having to sell the building to a developer and have your HOA bought out, and that's it's, I forget what it's called, but that's the mechanism to mitigate having to shell out $150,000 per unit.
And is this part of what you do? Is this what you're helping with?
What I do is my specialty. What Emil Project Co does is, when there is a capital improvement, guiding the ownership to how to navigate those waters, and so that the $50,000 capital improvement for your cooling tower doesn't manifest and become a $150,000 capital improvement for the cooling tower, the roof system, and all the other things, and the bells and whistles, and then making it a longer schedule, which costs more time through extended general conditions. And so we would like to protect the investment.
And Mo, I know we could talk about it forever because of what's
sure
going
can.
on.
I love
I could tell. So for people that want more information about you, Mo, in the business, tell me your website and your phone number.
Absolutely. The phone number is 646-256-9864. That's 646-256-9864. And we are Emil Project Co. That's Emil, Emile, Project CO, and I can be reached at mo@emilproject.co.
There you have it. We had a couple of minutes together, and it was wonderful. And